Yeah, I see it.
We're now zooming through the pandemic with comedian Miss Arkansas. Tune in each and every Monday through Saturday.
That's right. Zooming through the pandemic with comedian Miss Arkansas. And no, it do not mean we're going through it fast. It only means we're going through it together. And guess what? It's sad news to some of y'all and good news to me. Today is my last interview, and I have a very special guest on with me today. And hold up, I jotted some stuff down. So
You said jotted?
yeah, you know, I'm from old school.
Jotted.
You know him from the Hood Bogus, the movie, Bad Boys of Comedy, Laughaholics, Fame Entertainment Show presents the comedy, and The Angry White Man.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Not right now.
He is sure to give his audience a real taste of comedy with a different flavor. So with that being said, I want to welcome right now the very funny, talented, hilarious, not only he's a comedian, he's an actor and a writer, Mr. A.G. White, y'all. How you doing?
What's up, Arkansas? What's good? I didn't get no round of applause, no fake round of applause, no hurrah, hurrah, nothing. Just
They'll
boom.
clap for you when they watch it.
It's all good. I get it. It's
Yes,
all good.
sir. So once again,
that next the budget comes in, right? And you get a real, like, you know, laugh chamber and everything like that. That's in the next budget. Okay, I got
it. Wow. So how are you and your family dealing with this pandemic or whatever? They done gave it.
What is it? What is it? Is it a paramedic? Is it a panoramic? Panda Express? What? Pandora? What the fuck? Oh, pandemic. Oh, okay. I don't know what the hell it is, man. But I know
they call it everything. Don't nobody know what it is. We just know a lot of people passing out like flies, you know?
Yeah, man. I lost a few cats from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Brothers that unfortunately never took care of their health, never was on top of their health. And unfortunately they passed away. You know what I mean? The brothers that I knew had hypertension and you know, of course the sugars, you know, they unfortunately perished.
Turn that shit
in
off.
this pandemic.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, you know, my mother used to say it all the time, you know, how you have to take care of yourself, you know, take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of, I'm trying to put this back on here. A lot of people, they don't like going to the doctor. I'm like, why they don't like going to the doctor?
I got medical coverage. I make sure I go to the doctor. Matter of fact, I go to the doctor every 3 months.
Hold on, wait.
Every 3 months. Because I can do that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Give me 1 second. The devil is a lie. I put do not disturb. I don't know why that thing came on. Come on. Continue. That's funny. I got the they recognize me by my face. Sometimes my phone don't let it go through because I have a different wig on. They be like, it look like her.
Get wiggy with it.
Wow. So, Mr. A.G. White, who or what inspired you to be a hilarious comedian?
Well, I mean, you know, growing up, I used to always watch Def Comedy Jam. So, you know, Martin Lawrence, you know, watching him on Def Comedy Jam, you know, of course, I was like, wow, that's dope. But listening to the old school comedians like George Carlin, he was dope. You know what I mean? So, you know, you hear the records and everything like that. See, I'm talking old school.
I hear you.
George Carlin. We listened to George Carlin in public school. That's how crazy it was back in the early '80s. You know what I'm saying? We used to listen to George Carlin on the shit on the what the hell was that? Damn it, the album. Yeah, the album. The album. We used to play in the school.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, but I had a chance to meet Martin Lawrence too. You know what I mean? I did his Martin Lawrence Presents Bad Boys of Comedy, and the crazy thing was I caught a standing ovation at in Washington D.C. at the Lincoln Theater, and the cool part was the day after, you know, after Martin seeing that, the day after, you know, he's walking by and everybody, I'm sitting there, and you know, his security, the Fruits of Islam, they were like, all right, everybody clear the way, here comes Martin, clear the way, everybody clear the way. And I'm sitting there, I'm about to move my chair, and here comes Martin with his entourage. He stops his entourage and says, hold on, fellas, hold on. Hey, my brother, yo, I love what I saw. I said, Martin, I said, what you saw last night, big homie, I said, that was you. I grew up watching you. He was like, oh, man. So that was like one of the highlights of my career.
Wow.
You know, having Martin stop the entourage and give me love. And here it is. I'm telling him now, what you saw the night before was you. I grew up watching you.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it made me think about a young man I interviewed the other day, and I asked him that question, you know, who or what inspired you to be the comedian you are? And he haven't been doing it but a few years. And I used to live in California for like 11 years. So he was like, you. And that just blew my mind. You know, I do know that I inspire people in different areas and stuff, but no one I ever interviewed or talked to as far as a comedian said I was the one that inspired them. You know, like I told him, I said, people be like Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Mom Mayweather, they name everybody. But
let me tell you something. I'll tell
Uh-huh.
you, Miss Arkansas, you know, the baddest comedian to ever do it to me, I mean, besides, you know, you talking about white comedian or black comedian.
Right.
Like white comedian was George Carlin to me, and the African-American comedian that was the most hilarious to me is Paul Mooney. Love Paul Mooney.
Oh,
Man.
shout out to Mr. Paul Mooney and his boys, the Mooney twins. I did comedy with them, but I never did it with their father. Yeah.
You never did it with their father?
No, I ain't never did it with their father.
Did you do it with them? It's Arkansas.
My two biggest moments were like 2007. I did a show with Ricky Smiley in Texas. Over 10,000 people was there, and I was telling everybody how all that did stand up was either tired, disabled, something was wrong with them, but the majority of them stood up. So I always tell people, if don't but one person stand up, you got you a standing up.
How about
and
that?
Then last year for Mother's Day, I was blessed to come out to New York, Harlem, New York, to the Apollo with the Academy Award winner Monique.
Oh,
yes,
that's good.
And when I tell you them people went bananas, I think that's how I got put off the tour.
Well, let me tell you this. I started my career at the Apollo Theater.
Oh, cool.
I started my career in 1992 at the Apollo Theater, and I did this thing called the Apollo Comedy Hour, which was on WB. Well, at that time it was on PIX, which turned into the WB network. You know what I mean? Okay. From there, the talent coordinator of Apollo Comedy Hour asked me to come back to the Apollo after seeing my set. She told me to come back and do the tribute to Robin Harris.
Wow.
And that's where I met Paul Mooney for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Paul Mooney. It was Paul Mooney, Joe Torre. It was Steve Harvey, believe it or not. Steve Harvey was the host. Angela Means, Brooklyn Mike, and myself.
I did a show with Brooklyn Mike before. He came out to California, I believe we was on the show together in California. And I went to the Family Feud, and actually before they started playing the games, they had us to write on an index card a question to ask Steve. And they said, don't ask him nothing about giving you no money. Don't ask him nothing about Bernie Mac, because that was his real good friend. And something else they said, don't ask him. But he didn't pick but 3 index cards, and out of those 3, 1 was mine.
Nice.
Yep. And he talked to me he said a few things to them other people, but he talked to me the longest, I believe, because I said I was a comedian. And we was able to relate. But yeah, he had messed my little makeup out crying.
let me tell you a story about Steve Harvey, right? Since we did the tribute to Robin Harris. Now I was the second comedian out the gate, right? Because we were the local talent at that particular time. And, of course, Steve Harvey hosted. So there was an intermission before they brought out like Paul Mooney and Joe Torre and Angela Means, right? So here it is. It's me, Steve Harvey, and Angela. I think Angela Means was backstage. We were behind the curtain, right? Backstage behind the curtain. And Steve, right? This is something that I'll never forget. Steve was like, man, you's a funny motherfucker. He said, but I'm going to tell you something. We all got dreams and aspirations. Please make this your aspiration, to do what you do. He said, my dream, though, is to go back to my hometown.
Why keep coming on? I turned it off. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, it's all good.
Oh, I know why, because I had set it for 5:30. Remember I told you 5:30?
Oh, yeah. 5:30 your time, 8:30 my time. So, once again, Steve said his dream was to go back to his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, and sell out a 5,000-seater.
Wow.
That was his dream. Can you imagine the dream now? I mean, he could do that 5 times over 5,000. You know what I mean? Right. But that was his dream. He just derived at 5,000 people.
Right.
But look how much more, he dreamed. He dreamt.
And you know what, AG, that's how it be, especially if you're a believer in God and you trust him with everything. A lot of time we expect something small, I would say, and then he blows our mind. I had my own show. I still have it. The pandemic just to shut things down, but my own show at the Improv in Ontario, California. And those that know me know I change wigs, clothes, everything when I'm hosting. And I had a show that Tuesday night, and I saw Monique was going to be there the weekend. So I realized I had left an outfit there, and I said, oh, man, God, I could go get my outfit Friday and get me a picture with Monique. I made me a T-shirt that said, God, all I wanted was a selfie. But I went, and the general manager gave me my little bag. He said, I'm sorry, Miss Arkansas, we sold out. I can't let you in. Because at the Improv, they don't let you just stand around.
I know. Yeah.
Right, and you ain't going in nobody else's green room unless you invited. So I said, I can respect that. And I was getting ready to leave. A young lady stopped me. She said, excuse me, are you getting ready to buy a ticket? I said, no, they said they sold out. She said, well, my sister couldn't make it. Here, God bless you. Monique had a 7 and a 9. I went in there on that 7. I enjoyed the show. The line was long as a Six Flag line. I kind of cut since I be there all the time. I cut in line. But I walked up to her, and all I said was, hi, Monique. I'm comedian Miss Arkansas. And I was smiling just like that. She said, baby, would you like to do some time on my next show? That 9 o'clock show, brother, when I tell you I punished them 5 minutes. She said she had to come out the green room to see what the hell they were laughing at. And she said it just like that. And she came back a year later. I bought a ticket. I said, they ain't gonna be able to tell me that this time. She was glad to see me. I was glad to see her. I said, come on, Monique, let's take us another picture till the next time I see you. She said, baby, come back tomorrow and close out my show with me. I did that, and then we were getting ready to leave. She said, come in the green room. She said, you are amazing. People need to know you. They need to see you. She said, I have a few tour dates coming up, and I'm going to take you on the road with me. That lady took me to Chicago, 4 sold-out shows at the Improv in Chicago, when she had her residency here in Las Vegas at the SLS Hotel and Casino.
Right.
I did 13 of those. And then, like I say, she took me to the Apollo. So if she didn't do nothing else for me, she did more than enough.
Enough. Right on.
Yeah.
I got a story about Monique, never to match.
Oh Lord,
story. Now you got to understand, I've been doing this for a long time, right?
Right.
And one thing I can say about Monique, she's never changed. She's been pro-black, you know, with everything she does. Bless her heart. You know, my man Tone X.
Oh yeah, much love to him. Very funny man.
Tone, hilarious,
Mm-hmm.
great brother, down to earth, pro-black though. You know, and here it is, you know, folks like myself, you know, I did Monique's Comedy Club in Baltimore, Maryland.
Right.
Back in the mid-90s. Now, Mo said to me, and I quote, Mo said, now, baby, I don't do no white folks in my comedy club, but you are funny than a motherfucker, and I'm glad I had you. So, in taking a page,
and those that listening, he ain't just cussing. Those are her words.
Yep.
And if you know her, she cuss like a drunk sailor.
No doubt, you motherfucking right.
But she keep it 100, you know. And
Absolutely.
a lot of people don't like her. A lot of people don't like me. A lot of people don't like you. And according to the good book, it's like that. Everybody ain't gonna like you, so oh well.
Right on. Move on. Keep it pushing.
Right. So AG, I asked all my comedian guests, well, some of the other artists too, this question, because a lot of vets in the comedy game, they'll tell them up and coming comedians. I get kind of upset about it too. But a lot of the up and coming tell me how a lot of those vets will say to them, if they don't get nervous, they don't love the game, or they this or they that. First of all, my thing is whatever going on with you don't have to go on with me. You know? So I ask you, do you still get nervous, or would you something else?
Hell yeah. And it's worse now because the stage time ain't there like it used to be.
Oh yeah, we probably would get nervous now.
Well, no, I don't get nervous, but the anxiety, I get anxious.
Right.
You know, because you know, as a professional comedian, you know, until we get that first joke out, we're a bunch of nerves. At least I am. And then once I get that first punchline out and I hear that first laugh that you feel in your chest, then all the anxiety goes out the window.
Right.
But it's
that's what I said. I said I call it something different. I wouldn't say nervous. Nervous is normally when I'm doing an 85 and a 60 and the police jump out behind me. Now I'm nervous. Or going to court, don't know if you're going to get 5 days or 5 years. That make me nervous. You know, or doing some of these clubs and don't know if that joker got my money. That make me nervous.
Facts. Facts.
But the mic doesn't, because, you know, like almost 30 years ago, longer, whenever it was, I try to put my past in my past. But I did time in prison. And being in prison and seeing all that stuff that went on in there, how the officers mistreated the inmates and the inmates mistreated each other, and just one young lady had a headache. The officer kept fussing at her, telling her to get away from the gate. Don't you know that lady went to her bunk and got down on her knees and said a prayer, and when she stood up, she fell dead. So I seen all kinds of stuff in there them 3 years I was in there. So don't nothing fear me. Don't nothing make me afraid. I ain't even afraid of this virus, but I'm not going out there looking for it.
Yeah.
You know, and then a lot of time when I go to shows, A lot of people like showing up almost when it's their time to go up. That's not me. I like going early because I don't know if the lineup gonna change. One of the comedians gets sick or in traffic or whatever, you know. So I'm there,
Yeah.
and then they give me the opportunity to go through there and pretty much mess with the people. So now they ready for me. So that makes a
Right.
difference too. Somebody calling
Uh-huh.
you.
Yeah. I had
But
a
that makes
decline.
a difference too. And then on top of that, well, before that, you know, I ask other comedians to join in with me to say a prayer. They don't want to join. I don't have a problem with praying by myself. And I had a couple of comedians say, I'm sorry, I don't believe. I said, well, you can step out. That's, you know, I don't have a problem with that. And it was funny because all the ones that was praying, they went out there and murdered. And the one that didn't pray, he bombed. And when I say bombed, his own people didn't laugh. And I was laughing my butt off. I said, I bet he'll pray the next time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But
Absolutely.
yes, you know,
Damn
I
right.
just say if we gonna encourage them that's up and coming, you know, encourage them on a positive note. Don't even go talking about if you don't do this, do that. You tell them what they really need to do to survive.
Stage time.
Right.
That's all it is. Stage time. It's like riding a bike, training to ride a bike. You just pedal and keep pedaling and eventually it'll come and then you ride that bike and you keep riding the bike, and that's what comedy's all about. Just stage
Right.
time. Stage time.
So what do you think about the virtual comedy shows?
I don't like them. And I told you that. I don't like them Zooms. I don't like these Zooms because you know what it is? It's a lot of, it's just performing for a tube. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't feel that, like, even if you want that instant gratification, you know, we comedians, we converse and we don't find, you know, a whole lot of stuff funny. So it's like, there's no bounce back. There's no soundboard for us. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
soundboard for us at a live show would be the audience letting us know right then and there. You know what I'm
You're
saying? So
right.
I never really did the Zooms. The Zoom is gloom. You know what I mean? Zoom gloom. I
I
just,
was
for
actually
real.
on a meeting this morning with the ones that actually created this, the security of this, and it was about a Chinese guy and a white lady and three white guys. Nobody my color. And you couldn't see the other people. You couldn't see me. We had to put our questions and answer in the Q&A. And apparently everybody had already put their questions in there. I didn't see no questions. I just saw what I wrote. Make a long story short, they never did get to mine. So I emailed them and told them I was on there with them for an hour and y'all didn't answer my questions. So I'm thinking about canceling my service. Because like sometimes, like basic, you don't get no hour. They claim you do, but they lying. You don't get no hour. And pro, you get at least an hour and can hold up to like 100 people. And a lot of time when I'm doing my interviews, it'll shut off before that hour. Or like when I'm scheduling it, it'll put a message on there talking about some upgrade. I asked them, why am I being treated like I'm still basic when I'm paying y'all to be a pro? You know? So after my interview, today is the last one. And like I say, it ain't like I can't get no more guests or nothing bad went wrong. A songwriter just said, do it till you're satisfied. So I am satisfied.
Right on, no doubt.
I feel if I have to interview again or whatever I have to do again, I also have StreamYard. So I think I'm gonna cancel this and keep my little $14.99 on my card.
How about that?
So
No
I
doubt.
appreciate them for allowing me to use their platform for these 20 weeks.
Right on. Good for you. Good
Right.
for you. Like I said, Miss Arkansas, you know, the beauty of it all is the fact that, you know, you can use this as a platform and get your chops up with your actual interviewing skills and everything like that. Me personally, like I said, I don't really care for the Zoom to even do stand up on. I mean, as far as talking, no doubt we can talk all day. You know, and of course we can throw some punchlines in there every now and then and stuff. But just the fact of performing for the, you know, for a Zoom audience, it's like there's really no, you know, you just basically are going through the emotions of
Right.
telling material, and it's not really, you know, authentic to me. And that's the only reason why I don't like Zoom. It doesn't feel authentic, you know?
Well, what excites me about it, the few times I have did it, you know, to hear that notification button go off and knowing people sending something to my Cash App, that
Amen.
made me just sit here and continue to tell them old jokes, you know. But like we say, it would never, and I repeat, it would never take the place of those stages. But at the same time, we ain't gonna run out there to those stages either, when a lot of our comedian friends have caught that stuff and almost died. Like, say, for instance, D.L. Hewley, comedian D.L. Hewley.
Yeah.
Rodney Perry just got over it. You know, comedian Baldhead, just to name a few of them. So,
Ballhead. You know what's so crazy? You know,
mhm.
nowadays, no matter how serious, if you have another condition, people don't care. Just as long as you ain't catch that COVID. You know, you can be like,
Right.
listen, man, I got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Motherfuckers be like, oh man, I thought you had COVID. Like, stage 4?
Right, I ain't say
Well,
one,
and you know
I
what's
said
crazy?
four, right.
That's one stage comedians don't want to perform on, is stage 4.
Right. Wow. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, I remember back in the day when my children was home, you know, growing up, and I used to sneeze. They used to sound like a little choir when they say, bless you. You know, now you sneeze, people cussing you out.
Yo, you got that shit? Motherfucker, I sneeze. I got allergies. Yeah, that's what comes with the COVID, is the allergies.
Right. I got one friend, she be smoking them blunts, and boy, I didn't never do that when I used to smoke almost 17, 18 years ago. You know, hold your breath like you're going to get higher and do all that extra coughing and stuff. We was on the phone and she coughed. I said, how hell you got that package?
Yeah, remember
Like,
back
you
in the
know I'm
days?
smoking a blunt. I said, well, you don't know.
Remember back in the days when AIDS was out, motherfuckers was like, yo, I think he got the package.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that's what this COVID-19 remind you of. You know, it's like, if you got the COVID, that's the HIV. And then if you got the coronavirus, that's the AIDS. This is 2 different stages. So it's like that. But my thing is, like I told him, I don't want to be sick. I'm not afraid to die, but I ain't ready to die. I got some more stuff I want to do and some more people to see.
Right on, no doubt.
Yeah.
I love it.
So we got a few more minutes before you leave me, but have you ever had a heckler? And if you have, how did you deal with it?
Well, when first coming up, the way you deal with a heckler is you try to come out with your hottest shit just to hush them up. You know what I'm saying?
Went to?
What happened?
I don't see.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Oh man. Hold on.
There
you back?
Go. Yeah.
Let me see if I get the volume.
We're talking about a heckler.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, you back. Yeah. So basically, when you get a heckler, you know, you just try to hit them and quit them real quick. But you know, some people just be so drunk,
It don't matter how much you kill them. And then once you know you killed the heckler, you can always address the audience now and say to the audience, now on the count of 3, audience, I need y'all behind me. Tell the heckler to shut the fuck up. 1, 2, 3, shut the fuck up.
And they all
And then
say.
that's when you know, yeah. But I mean, I'm so far past that. Like I don't get heckled anymore. You know what I mean?
You right.
For real.
It is later where you are.
Yeah,
I was being interviewed one day. Oh, okay, I was being interviewed one day, and the interviewer asked me, said, "Miss Arkansas, have you ever been booed?" I said, "I get booed all the time. Guys be hollering out, 'Hey, boo, you beautiful, boo.
Yeah.
What's your name, boo?'" But like you say, when you've been doing it so long, and another thing I try to tell the comedians, at least the females, because the guys, they gonna do what they want to do, but I try to look out for my sisters. And when I say sisters, I mean Black, Latino, Caucasian, and Asian, you know. But when you get up there, you come looking like you already somebody, like you already got some money. And when you come dressed like that, they know you somebody. So they gonna listen, they gonna laugh, they gonna listen, they gonna laugh. But if you come looking like you just left a karaoke bar or a ball game or something, half of them in there ain't gonna pay you no attention unless they hear a funny joke.
Right on. Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So since you've been doing it a long time and you one of the Caucasians that didn't never leave the hood, did they have you trying to join in orgies and threesomes and all that stuff when you was coming up in the game?
You said threesome?
I said that because I interviewed D-Lay, comedian D-Lay. He told me, don't be asking me all them simple questions. Ask me about some stuff like that. He talking about, I feel like when I went to a show, they should have that waiting on me. He was talking all kind of crazy stuff. So that's why I threw that in there.
Love it. Been there, done that a threesome amount of time. What?
Well, me personally, I didn't follow that group. I always got my own group, and we'll go to karaoke and sing.
Oh.
Yeah, they say I can sing, so I figure I'd do like my boy Jamie Foxx. I'll let the comedy open the door, then I start singing on them.
All right, man.
And give me 2 more questions so you can go to bed.
I just was out all day on a project with Amazon, so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something, you know. But what you got for me?
Oh, no, I just want to know, what are you working on? You know, you got anything that you're working on that you can share? Because sometimes they want you to just shut up till it happens.
Nah. I'm working back. I'm getting back to my production chops. And what I used to do was produce comedy events in movie theaters. So now that the movie theaters are starting to open up, I know they're going to need a few shows in these theaters. You know what I mean? So I used to produce live comedy shows inside of the movie theaters, not inside of the lobby near the concession stand and nothing like that. Like,
right, don't get it twisted.
Nah, hell no. I used to take an operable movie theater and turn it into a comedy club. So, for example, you and your significant other go to see a movie. At the point of purchase, you get a flyer to come back to see live comedy. So
cool.
That same theater that you just saw a major motion picture is the same theater you could come back and it turns into a comedy club that night.
Oh, wow.
So we utilize the movie screen with the comedian's face as a backdrop. You know what I mean? We do programs so you know about the comedian, the bio, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, it's just a whole, you know, operation type of thing. And now that the movie theaters, I know, are going to need that, you know what I'm saying, to create what we call brand loyalty to try to get the people to come back. You know, you include me in the package as far as bringing live comedy events to the theater. That's what I'm looking to do.
Wow.
You know, get my production chops back.
Well, Mr. AG, if the price is right, I'll mask up.
What happened?
I say if the price is right, I'll mask up.
No problem.
In other words, I'll come on out to New York.
I got you. I'm from I know what time it is. Nah,
Wow.
don't even try to mask it. I got you. No doubt.
But anything you would like to share that we didn't share already?
Nah, it's just, yours truly, AG White, agwhitecomedy.com, @comedian AG White, all on social media. You know what I'm saying? Been down for a long time. A taste of comedy with a different flavor. Let me show you right there, bang.
That's hot.
Taste the comedy with a different flavor. AG White, yours truly. Oh, what I do? Okay.
You back. That's why I wish them people, somebody asked about that too. You know how they got that stuff you could put behind you, and then it had like part of you missing or disappear or something, the backdrop thing they allow you to do on Zoom.
Yeah.
And
this is it right here. This is what I did.
Oh,
it's like you upload a picture and that becomes your backdrop.
Oh, okay. Well, see, this that's behind me was actually a shower curtain. And I had a T-shirt with the state of Arkansas and then Comedian Miss Arkansas written in it. I placed that up under the shower curtain and did what I learned in school. I traced it. And I had my own show in Hesperia, California at Tequila Bar and Grill. And my guy, he moved me from there to San Jose, California. And my last show, I allowed the comedians and the fans to, put some wish me well on there or whatever. And I had another banner behind me, but I was in there cleaning one day and found it, and I put that behind me. I said, and let them know I still have it.
No doubt. You got to take that couch back to Rent-A-Center, for real. That's
man, I'm finna put this out on the curb.
Matter of fact, let that be curbside pickup.
I'm ready for some new. Everything gonna be new.
Let that be a curbside pickup.
My bank account gonna be new. I'm still wearing some of these same wigs. I ain't gonna go buying a whole lot of them. I already got about 200 of these. Look, I didn't know if I wanted to be Becky with the good hair or Becky with the good hair, or what's one of them?
Karen with the bad hair.
No, I'm trying to think of Susie with the blonde hair.
Oh, man. That looked like it came off of Joan Rivers. Wow.
Yeah, so I better go long on him. I don't know what he's gonna talk about.
Sure enough, as long as you don't wear that wig that you look like you robbed banks in, that wig that looks like the bank robber wig. I'm like, what? Shit. God damn! If you look like you were finna star and Set It Off, if you ain't gonna set it off,
a lot of people be wearing a mask, and some of them don't be no mask they have on. Some of them things they have on look like they are ready to do something bad. So they need to tell certain people that it's a certain kind you have to wear. Because I see certain ones I get back. I said, they finna do something.
Right on.
Wow. Well, this have truly made my day.
Thanks, Miss Arkansas.
It was such an honor to finally see your face, talk with you.
No doubt, sis.
And
thank you very much.
Stay the same in this whole thing. Do whatever it's gonna do. Hopefully we'll be back out there together, and I can share the stage with you.
Right on, no problem. Not stage 4 though. God forbid.
No, we ain't getting no stage 4. We ain't getting no virus. And before I let you go, I got one thing to ask you.
Yeah.
Are you taking the vaccine?
Hell no. Nope. I'm not even taking a flu shot. Fuck out of here.
And you know what, brother? God have blessed me to been on this earth for 51 long, beautiful years. And I've never took a flu shot. And I wouldn't have had a problem with taking it, but everybody I saw that took it got sick.
How about that?
You
know
know,
what I mean?
so I was talking to someone earlier today. I say, so if that
Fuck
flu
around with
shot
the COVID
make you
20.
sick, what make you think this corona shot ain't gonna make you sick? Cause they got the coronavirus in that to shoot it back in you. And who to say you ain't gonna fall out and die then?
Yeah, fuck around with the COVID 20.
Right. So they come trying to stick me with something, they might get stuck. So
Sure enough. Sure enough.
my one
And
friend
let that
sister,
stick.
Miss Ann, shout out to her. She said they might make it a law. I said, well, let me tell you, I done did time before, so they let you know laws ought to be broken. Yeah, and
Right
they still ain't gonna stick me. I don't care if I have to go do 6 months. They ain't sticking me. But then you get into jail, they pretty much can do what they want to do to you. So you don't want to go there either, people. So do your fighting at your house. The
No doubt.
landlord don't let them in, they won't get in.
You know that for sure.
Wow.
Definitely.
Well, leader, people with a note concerning that, you know, so many that lost their mind or about 2 seconds from losing it because of what's going on. Is it anything you can say that might can help them stay with us a couple more days?
Listen, just stay the course, man. You know what I mean? Just stay the course. Just, you know, if it's something that you could control, you do something about it. If it's something that's out of your control, like this COVID, you can't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta roll with it. You know what I'm saying? And don't let it overwhelm you or consume you. That's it. Just you know, just keep it pushing, and stay humble.
You're right. Wow.
You know, no doubt.
Well, I love you, my brother, and once again,
Thanks,
thank you
Arkansas. I
so
appreciate
much for giving me the opportunity to interview you. And
Thank you.
you and your family just pretty much stay prayed up and covered up.
Right on. Same here, sis.
And I tell everybody that's watching and listening, and I found this to be true. I've learned to trust God when I can't trust myself. So this is a time we gonna have to trust him because we don't know what we going through. But if we know we going through it with him, we know that we're gonna be all right.
Right on.
I just tell them if you don't know him, get to know him. And with that being said, you have a blessed night. And if no one told you on today they love you, know that Miss Arkansas love you and God.
Thanks a lot, Miss Arkansas. No doubt.
More than welcome.
Same here, sis. Right on, and we'll get up shortly for sure.
I got your number. I'm gonna call you and check on you.
Anytime, for sure. Anytime.
Okay.
You got it, lovely. All right, Miss Arkansas. 100. Already.